Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that every person you know has decided to ignore you. Your family won't speak to you. Your friends pretend you don't exist. Nobody answers your messages. Nobody looks at you. Nobody helps you. Now imagine something even worse. Imagine this happening 10,000 years ago. No city, no stores, no police, no hospitals, no internet, no strangers to ask for help, just wilderness. And one terrifying realization: you are completely alone. Most people assume ancient humans feared predators, starvation, disease, or war more than anything else. But for most of human history, there was something many humans feared even more: being rejected by the tribe. And the strange part is, your brain may still fear it today. If a lion attacked an ancient human, there was at least a chance of survival. If winter arrived, there was a chance of survival. If food became scarce, there was a chance of survival. But if the tribe abandoned you, those chances collapsed almost instantly. Ancient humans rarely survived alone for long. Every part of life depended on other people: protection, shelter, knowledge, fire, childcare, everything. A single person standing alone in the wilderness wasn't just lonely. They were vulnerable. And here's something that should genuinely stop you. Anthropologists estimate that for over 95% of human existence, no person survived long-term isolation. Not because they gave up, because survival alone was biologically impossible. The fear that built human society. Picture a small tribe gathered around a fire. Children sleep beside their parents. Hunters sharpen tools. Stories pass from one generation to the next. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone depends on everyone. Now imagine making a mistake. Maybe you stole food. Maybe you betrayed trust. Maybe you endangered the group. The punishment wasn't always death. Sometimes it was worse. You were forced to leave. The fire disappears behind you. The voices grow distant. The darkness takes over. For ancient humans, exile often meant watching your entire world disappear in a single night. And that fear shaped human behavior for thousands of generations. It taught people to cooperate, to share, to build trust, to belong. But it also left a mark deep inside the human mind. A mark most people still carry. Why rejection hurts so much. Have you ever replayed an embarrassing moment for years? Have you ever worried about being judged? Have you ever felt anxious before entering a room full of strangers? Those reactions might seem irrational. But here's what science actually found. In 2003, researcher Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA discovered something remarkable. Social rejection activates the exact same region of the brain as physical pain. The same region. Rejection doesn't just feel painful. To your brain, it literally is pain. Ancient humans couldn't afford social mistakes. A damaged reputation could reduce trust. Reduced trust could reduce support. Reduced support could threaten survival. Your brain evolved in that environment. That's why rejection feels surprisingly painful. That's why criticism can keep you awake at night. That's why many people fear public speaking more than almost anything else. The modern world changed. Your brain didn't. Midpoint rehook. And before you think this only affects shy or insecure people, stop. This fear lives inside everyone. Introverts, extroverts, confident people, successful people, leaders. A 2012 Harvard study found that even people who described themselves as socially confident showed measurable stress responses when faced with social exclusion. Nobody is immune. Because this isn't personality. It's biology. The nightmare of being alone. Most modern people have never experienced true isolation. Ancient humans understood it intimately. Imagine standing beyond the edge of the campfire. The tribe sleeps behind you. The forest stretches endlessly ahead. Every sound matters. Every shadow feels dangerous. You have no one to watch while you sleep. No one to warn you of danger. No one to help if you're injured. No one to share food. No one to tell stories. No one. For most of human history, loneliness wasn't just an emotion. It was a warning signal. A biological alarm. A message from the brain saying, get back to the group. Now. And here's the part that makes this stranger than it sounds. Researchers found that loneliness increases cortisol, your stress hormone, at the same level as a physical attack. Your body responds to social isolation the same way it responds to danger. Because for ancient humans, isolation was danger. The secret connection to modern life. Here's where the story becomes strange. The tribe is gone. The wilderness is gone. Yet the fear remains. Today people fear being ignored online, being left out of a group chat, being unfollowed, being laughed at, being judged, being rejected. Objectively, none of these things threaten survival. But your brain doesn't always know that. The same ancient survival system still activates. The same alarm still rings. The same fear still appears. Except now it's responding to social media notifications instead of survival threats. A study from the University of Michigan found that people experience measurable emotional pain within minutes of being ignored online. The same ancient alarm, triggered by a notification. Why humans became the most social species. Humans didn't become successful because we were the strongest. We weren't the fastest. We weren't the most dangerous. We became successful because we learned something extraordinary. We learned how to cooperate. Large groups could accomplish things no individual ever could. Build shelters. Protect children. Share knowledge. Hunt efficiently. Survive disasters. The tribe became humanity's greatest survival tool. And because it was so important, evolution rewarded behaviors that protected belonging. That's why friendship feels good. That's why acceptance feels rewarding. That's why community creates happiness. Your brain is constantly encouraging the same behavior that helped your ancestors survive. The real fear. Most people think ancient humans feared death most. But death was often uncertain. Exile was immediate. Rejection was visible. Isolation was terrifying. And for countless generations, losing the tribe often led directly to losing everything else. The fear wasn't simply dying. The fear was facing the world alone. Ending. And maybe that's why rejection still hurts. Maybe that's why loneliness feels heavier than logic says it should. Maybe that's why people spend so much of their lives trying to belong. Deep inside your brain lives a survival system built for a world that no longer exists. A world of campfires, small tribes, shared stories, and constant dependence on other people. The predators changed. The technology changed. The world changed. But the human brain remains surprisingly similar. And even today, thousands of years later, one ancient fear still whispers in the background. Not the fear of death, the fear of being left behind. And the next time you feel that anxiety, that strange discomfort of being judged, ignored, or left out, remember this. That feeling isn't weakness. That's 200,000 years of survival talking.